All right, so now what can you do to prepare yourself? It's a mindset that you must start to have, a mindset that you must start to adapt. And I get it now. It's called, as stupid as you would think this is, being a nice person. Being a nice person is actually being up the middle. You will find, or what I found at the attempt at trying to be a nicer person, just in general, because, you start getting, I hate humanity. And that's what happens. You start dealing with so many things and find out the farce of humanity. Each human person that comes to you or that you see, you're disgusted with. And you don't realize it turns up in your attitude. This happens anyway because most people are disgusted with humanity based upon their abuse. That's the anger thing, which I absolutely had in abundance based upon my upbringing, which I write about in my second book, Seven Laws of Power. So with that anger in abundance, I had the realization and started working on dealing with it. And what I noticed, it was just all in my thinking. There was no real action in terms of stop doing this or stop doing that. Just stop thinking that way.
Let me ask you this.
Uh-huh.
Where did the value change in your mind that being nice was necessary?
Well, we're going to get to the value that change being nice. I'm doing air quotes, was necessary. As is because it started with me having the realization of my angry reaction. It was like, because I was going through the Osirian phase, I had my life of anger flash before me. My life flashed before me, and I said, God damn, now I realize why this one doesn't talk to me. I'm talking about people from childhood. Damn, I was doing that. I felt embarrassed. There was old friends I was calling, and I'm like, yo, I'm going to apologize. I know it's kind of rough dealing with that. And some of them would say, like, fuck that. We needed somebody like you in the hood. Because, they wasn't strong with the gangster. So they were saying, yeah, we put up with it because each place we walked, we felt safe because we had that type of nigga. I said, okay. So I seen that. And then between me, Khadijah, the family, those outbursts, those grumpy days, that kind of shit, embarrassed about it. So I realized to curb it, it's all in my thinking. All right. So when I felt the thoughts brewing up, only one person could stop it, me. And I have. And they'll teach you that in self-help shit, anger management. So, but through curbing the anger, you're really talking about your reactions. Your reactions, how you deal with people. So I made it my business, and I talked about it before, to start talking to people, Uber drivers, nicer just for the fuck of it. The first thing I noticed was I felt better at the end of the day.
Right.
I felt, Khadijah used to ask shit like, when I come home, how did it go? How was the day? How was this? Oh, this stupid motherfucker at the bank. There was this cuckoo bitch in Walmart, and this bitch had on this and that and that. Then it started turning more into yeah, it was great. It was fine. I had fun. I was doing this. And I started to realize it's because it's you that sees this way. And that's, of course, you'll find that in any self-help book, but I don't read self-help books. But I knew the concept, you just don't think it applies to you. And when I seen it absolutely applies, and I understand what they talk about when they're talking about this, the problem is most of them don't have a spiritual purpose for this. They have a human purpose to do this. And it still makes sense because what you're trying to do is master your humanity so you can move on. You cannot graduate if you still have human issues. Anger is a human issue. Get what I'm saying? Anger is a human issue, or at least let's say the context in which we dealing with it. It's a human issue. That's why they'll show you many gods in their emotion, because they're trying to show you how they overcome it, how they're powerful, how it all interacts. They're telling you a story about you. And so how you defeat it, how you're the Christ or the Krishna. There's always this Christ figure that defeats it. There's a book called 16 Crucified Savior by Kersey Graves that tells you about all the Christ figures around the world before there was a Jesus guy.
Hero with 1,000 faces.
Hero with 1,000 faces, same shit.
Okay.
Same type of shit. And this Christ energy is what you are as a conscious person. That's what Christ energy is. What you're supposed to be. Okay, 12 zodiac. They all, C. Freeman L. talked about how all the zodiac at one point were animals, not just the few that are left. For instance, Libra, which are 2 scales, used to be a donkey with 2 scales on it. So the idea was there was a higher aspect of you and an animal aspect of you. These lower natured emotions are the animal aspects of you, which are over, which was personified in Donald Trump. The lower animal nature was displayed, no longer hidden, and exposed for what it was and is right now for the last 4 years, showing you that day is over. So the little aspects of the behavior that we still hold from the trauma, genocide, and animosity of this place must also go. As cliche as it sounds, you have to forgive and forget. We are no longer entangled in white man shit or the scenario. We still gonna have that little shit we gotta go through with your rent and your bills. But you're gonna have to do every other thing until you can get to a spiritual level where a solution presents itself, which it will. If you follow the path of this, you'll be surprised. I've done it for years and led many to oh shit moments based upon you stay in the path. Stay in the path. But look at it this way, you're paying rent anyway. There's things you got to do, and Donald Trump is the template. The ego, the narcissism, the psychopathic narcissistic behavior, the entitlement. You don't think you're that? I'm God is such and such. Khadijah's telling me a story yesterday. Someone who's in a class came over to do our granddaughter's hair. Said she went to some event, and because she looks young, but she's like 30 something. And said she did the event, the girl snapping her fingers. You little girl, come here. She said, wait a minute, I'm 30 something. You know, I'm not a little girl, and you shouldn't be saying that anyway. So she called her, oh, Karen, should I put this there? Wait a minute, my name is Queen. Ba 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 bang. That's entitlement. Have no science, no nothing. Seen some cute bitches in the Egyptian picture, and they the fucking queen. Modeling themselves egotistically. They're nothing more or nothing better than what Donald Trump is. Donald Trump just has more money and more power to be what they wish they were. Same kind of thing, which Bobby Hemmett pointed out first. He said, y'all all laughing at Michael Jackson. He just has the money to do what y'all niggas want to do anyway. You old crypto niggas. You old crypto niggas. He just has the money to do to his face what y'all doing anyway psychologically. So we still have this same Donald Trump problem. We just don't have it unscathed. We have other things like paying rent that take us down a notch. Get what I'm saying? Donald Trump doesn't have that problem. That's why he's out of control. But is great. It was displayed for us to show you what is spiritually, to show you what is dead, what is dying. And if you have any of that mentality, you better find it and this is your quickest way to self-realization and getting into the party of what's happening in the universe. Get into, like I said, the universe's only law is constant change, which is chaos. You are a chaos being. That's what your melanin is by nature. So if you want to join the party to truly destroy the humanity, you have to destroy the humanity in you.